You go to choir leader has impregnated 3 people. Pastor calls them to the office and say, be very careful. Be very careful. You are lucky that we are no longer in the laws of Moses. You would have died. Now, go and take care of this nonsense. And the next day, they are still singing. Because singing is about skill. Singing is about voicing. Ministry is about excellence. And so they come to the altar. Oh Lord, my God, when I'm in awesome wonder. And then you find undiscerning people lifting holy hands and say, oh, God is here. No, you are responding to voice. Those who have spirit eyes, when they come, your iniquity, they can sense it. They can sense it. They know that there's garbage here. Because their spirits don't respond to voice. Their spirit responds to life. And what is coming out of you is death. Because you are corrupt and defied. The Bible said the standard of the law standeth sure. 2 Timothy chapter 2 from verse 19. It said, therefore, the Lord knoweth them that are his. It said, they that name it, the name of the Lord, must depart from iniquity. It said, in a great house, they are not only vessels of gold, of silver, of wood, or of hay. It said, some vessels are unto honor. It says, some are unto dishonor. And it said, if a man purges himself, what you do matter. What you do counts. What you do is important. Because God did not just forgive us and gave us an endorsement to sin. The job would not have been completed. That's why when God saved you, he put the law of life in you, so that you can come to that point where you live above sin. If you are still living under the yoke of sin and you think grace will cover for it, you are joking.
Yeah, I love my brother Daniel for making this statement. And I don't know if you guys have realized this, but I think that modern day Christianity is not really like serving God. It's not even really like being an upright person. It's not really like making sure that you are a good person, making sure that you respect God, making sure that you become an outstanding person in society. I think it's not even about that. Now it has been a place where people form groups and become like cult. It has become a place like the cabals, where people who are in the group can do no wrong. Because I have seen instances where people have done wrong things that they deserve to be punished. But because they were in a particular group, they were handled with kids' gloves. Some of them were not even talked to. Some of them faced no consequences whatsoever because they were in the particular group. It's the same thing we are facing right now. Those of us who come on air to share our thoughts and opinions about some men of God who have curtailed the whole objective of religion, who have changed the whole notion of Christianity, who have used the name a man of God to steal and extort their members, who are using the whole being a Christian or being a preacher of the Lord of a thing to line up their pockets. When some of us come out here to call out those people, it is the same Christians who are being taken advantage of, who will now come out and start shouting back at us. It is the same Christians whom we are fighting for who will come out and criticize us. It's like you see someone going through a lot of difficulties, someone going through a lot of torture, someone being persecuted, and you thought to yourself, it is a godly thing to speak out, and that you cannot just see injustice being done and you do nothing about it. So you start speaking out as it is supposed to be. then those same people whom you are fighting for came after you. That is exactly what is going on in the Christian world. Like what my brother Daniel was saying here. You see people doing wrong thing in the church, but because they are member of certain groups, they are being left to carry on with it. And even the pastor, the man of God, who has the primary responsibility to make sure that certain principles are being respected, wouldn't do anything because the person who is doing the wrong thing is a major donor of the church. He donates a lot of things to the church. And so the man of God is worried that if he said anything to that particular person who is wrong, that person would get angry and leave the church. That person would get angry and stop funding the lifestyle of the man of God. That is it. And this can only be possible because the man of God is dependent on the donations and offerings and tithing of the members. And so when one major donor stops donating, everything falls apart. Everything. So the church has been compromised because of that. That is why we have been saying that in order for the church to be the church, there have to be some rules in place. And the whole money up and down thing has to be brought down to a bare minimum. The whole thing about the church shouldn't be money. No. Because if you sell your soul for money, if you sell your principles for money, if everything you do is about money, you will have no dignity at all. You will have no morals at all. And you will be unable to even punish people who did wrong. You will be unable to do that. You will see brothers and sisters in the church doing all sorts of rubbish. You will see pastors and sisters in the church or pastors and brothers in the church doing all sorts of rubbish. The church has become a place where people do all sorts of things without any remorse or sense of responsibility. It's in the church. It's in the church. You know, people might say bad things happen everywhere. People might say that immorality happens everywhere. For that, they are right. I agree. Immorality is not a church-only thing. It happens everywhere. But everything is circumstantial. What do I mean by that? The church is a place for God. The church is a place where members are supposed to be respected. Members are supposed to be more responsible. That is my point. Different places have different responsibilities. Different functions have different responsibilities. A man of God has certain principles that he or she must uphold. And if those people aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing, what is left for the church? Can you even say that is a church anymore? Or can you even encourage people to go there? And that is the thing. Because the thing is like, we from the outside, looking inside, sees all the hypocrisy. We are left discouraged to even go nearer to it. So if you have your man of God who is doing all sorts of mago, call them out. If there's a Christian or if there's a brother or a sister who is not doing what they are supposed to be doing, call them out. Do not see evil being done and you did nothing or said nothing. You must play your part. You must call out evil when you see it. But you guys out there, let me hear your take on what my man, Pastor Daniel, said in this video. Is he right to call out some men of God for not doing their job well? Is he right to say that the church has been compromised because people in the church will do all sorts of immoralities, but the man of God will not take any actions against them? And if there is an immorality being done in the church, being committed by church members or by a preacher, what should be done to them? Let us hear that in the comment section below, because like always, we love hearing what you have to say. And also, don't forget to like this video, share it, follow us on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, because that helps us a lot, and we shall ever be grateful to you. So thank you very much for doing just that, and like always, see you in the next one.